YouTube, and welcome back to another Star Wars action figure review. And it feels really good to say that again because it's action figure season and there are more action figures coming out and more coming. But today I'm reviewing Seripas from the Clone Wars. Now this was so generously given to me to review by my little brother Matthew, and he just wanted to make sure that, you know, I would keep the packaging in good condition when I opened it. And, you know, kept all the accessories to the figure, and I said, don't worry, I'll take good care of it. But we pre-ordered these a long time ago off of Brian's Toys. This guy was actually pre-ordered for $10. So yes, that is a little bit more, but that I needed this guy. I watched Sand Troopers review, and this does look like a good figure. So let me unbox him, and I will start this review. Okay, so this bounty hunter has been unboxed, but before we look at the figure, let's take a look at this new 2011 into 2012 packaging. So I'm gonna take a this is the Seripas packaging, but I wanted to show you the differences in the old and the new packaging. And basically the difference is just the lack of this indentation for the battle game card. This packaging focused more on the battle game card, and I thought it was a good compromise between the younger generation and the older collectors. And I think I liked this packaging, but I think this is a good compromise. It's something new. We all gotta try something, you know, after a while, you wanna try something new to see if you like it better. And I like this packaging. I mean, I like this too. I've grown used to this. It's gonna take me a little bit to get used to this, but I like it. I do like it. And the Clone Wars 30-day trial is still in this, but this time this sticker is on the other side. And then you've got the See This Gear Online sticker that points to the character itself. So, but what I didn't like is that they taped the battle game card to the back. They literally taped it, and that caused me trouble and caused some misfortune when I actually had to remove that. It removed some of the card, and I was, you know, I'm sure I'll learn how to not do that over time. But I mean, I tried the technique where you try to pull it a little bit slower to try to get it out, and it's still just so. But we've got a really nice render of Seripas, and this character was featured in the episode, I think, Bounty Hunters. I am not sure. Something like that. But it was when Ahsoka, Anakin, and Obi-Wan crash landed onto Felucia, and then they come across these farmers who are, you know, the Hondo is trying to get their crop, but then these bounty hunters are trying to protect them. And one of those bounty hunters is Seripas. And Seripas is this, oh, before I go on to the figure, Seripas is an awesome character. So the description is this new packaging. You see how the way is on the other side. You can see how everything's a little rearranged. And then his description is, Seripas is a bounty hunter who helps Felucians protect the crops from pirates. The diminutive hunter sits inside a robotic suit to appear larger and more threatening. When the suit is destroyed, he discovers he can fight just as effectively without it. Or as Ahsoka tells him, he doesn't have to look tough to be tough. And I like that kind of moral to the story, so I thought that was a good idea, and that's why I like this figure. So let's move on to the figure. We've got a really nice, and I mean really nice, paint job and sculpt. I mean, look, if you look at the overall, and he's pretty big. I have an ARC Trooper right here, so he's a little bit bigger compared to the others. So he's bigger, but he's not a real bulky figure. He's got great articulation. I'll go ahead and go through that now. He doesn't have any ankle articulation though. So, but we have ball hinged knees, ball hinged or ball jointed hips. I don't know. It's a really flexible hip. And then we've got a swivel wrist, ball hinged elbows, and a ball hinged shoulder. And then the head. This is the cool part. And then a swivel waist. I forgot to tell you. So basically, the cool part about this figure is that the actual Seripas the alien, which was, I'm pretty sure, the same species as LS from the ARC Troopers, this is a really nice paint job and sculpt as well. If you look at it, I mean, it's hard to fit that much detail onto a figure that's this big. I mean, you can see in comparison to my finger, that is a pretty small, figure. But the paint is, this guy sadly doesn't have any articulation, but he does have little tiny holes in his hands, so he can fit onto the handles inside the cockpit of the head, and that's really cool. There's a lot of detail inside there, though. A lot of detail. And the only thing that I think Hasbro could have done better is have some sort of click thing to lock it, because his head really much just it just sits on top of it. It has no latch to connect it. And so, I mean, when you're playing, I know the kids that would play with it, they could knock out the little guy just by going whoosh, and then the head would fly off and then the bounty hunter would fly out. But he has a lot of bells and whistles, especially on his arms. If you see that I turned his arm upside down, and if you look at that little square looking thing, if you press up on that is on the other side of the arm, this little thing pops out. If you pull it up a little bit, sorry, I don't want to break it. And then actually, if you see, he actually has a rotating saw that you saw in the episode when he cut down the tree almost fell on him, but it swivels outward, and then the saw blade actually moves, and then this thing can just pop right back into his arm. So that is a really cool detail about this figure. Now on the other side we also have that, and you push this, push that up, and you've got a gun. So that's really awesome. So that's pretty much it for Seripas. Overall, great figure. My final thoughts: there are a few things that need to be tweaked and corrected, but overall, this is a great figure. I highly suggest this. And then we've got the battle game card. They still put it in there with a picture from Bounty Hunter, or that episode. I think it's Bounty Hunters. But then I don't really see the point of this. He came with this gun right here that I think another character had. I can't remember. It was either Kato Parsetti or somebody. But there's no way whatsoever that this could fit in his hand. It won't work. So, I don't really see the point of this gun. So that's pretty much it for this review. He also comes with a stand. I don't know if I said that or not. This is just a great figure overall. I know I've said that a lot, but that's pretty much it for this review. Thank you so much for watching, and my next review will probably be on the Captain Rex. So stay tuned, and until next time, may the Force be with you.